What's going on, y'all? It's Kyle Pizzle, and I don't know about the rest of you New York Giant fans out there, but Pizzle's feeling like $1,000,000! Feeling great. You know, I'm closing in on almost 15 years here on YouTube, repping the New York Football Giants. I know a lot of you out there love to poke and take a stab at my numbers, but the greatest thing that I have ever done here on YouTube is simply just do it my way. Like old Frankie told me to do. Okay, my way. And so I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I never bent the knee to YouTube and did it the way they wanted me to do it. I've always stood my ground on that and celebrated and rooted on the New York Giants as only as I could. And in a lot of ways, I've always hurt myself because I've been spitting on Cowboy fans and Eagle fans and Redskin fans at every chance that I could possibly get. And during my time here on YouTube, I have went through this emotional roller coaster and put it all out there for the world to see. From watching the Giants win 2 Super Bowls, right? And rooting on and supporting Eli Manning, to watching his fall from greatness as people kicked and beat a dead horse. Pizzle always stayed firm in believing what Eli Manning was to this organization. From the times of watching Tom Coughlin celebrate and be such a cool and happy old man, to watching him shed tears as his days of being the New York Football Giants head coach were over. I've spent so much emotions on here. I've had so much pride. I recall one night, a Thursday night, the Giants lost to the Chicago Bears. And the Giants were 0-6, became 0-6. And I was so angry that after my post-game video, I got in my vehicle. Me and Baby Doll loaded up in our vehicle, and we drove to Destin, Florida. 8 hours away, 500 miles in the middle of the fucking night, because I just needed to get away. I needed to go do something else and not think about New York Giants football because it was beating me down. I was sad. I'm not sure you'll ever find anybody that has given more passion, shown more heart on YouTube than I will when it comes to a football team or even the New York Football Giants. And so when I see the Giants now all of a sudden becoming a great team again, right? Getting a true number 1 receiver, building this team the right way. A new franchise quarterback, new offensive weapons, a defense that was already good a year ago and going to be good next year. A team that really looks like they're destined for the fucking playoffs, right? And if they don't make the playoffs, then it's going to be disastrous for a lot of people part of this organization. It's playoffs or bust in 2021, no question about it. No question. Doesn't matter how they get there. Bottom line, they have to get there, or it's going to be a big fucking problem. I think we all realize this. But when greatness starts to happen and good things start to happen to the Giants, and understand that I have seen this. I have seen people come and go here on YouTube when it comes to the New York Football Giants. The more the Giants win, the more people will show up. The more video makers out there. And I want each and every one of you who follow my channel, who love Pizzle, to be careful in who you watch and who you subscribe to, because society today and the way YouTube is built, YouTube does not care. YouTube is a business. It's an entertainment business. It is meant to get into people's wallets and give to others, to content creators, right? It's a cheap way of doing business. Because YouTube wants you to pay for their shit, basically. They don't want to cut the check. They want you to cut the check. And so they bring all these people on, and they want you to do things like that, so that it builds up their revenue, it builds up their content, this and that. You get the idea. I judge a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people that support the Giants. I judge by their background. Their background. Green screens are not real to me. They're not. You see behind me. Look behind me. Every single morning when I enter into this cave, I look at LT's intensity as he sits on a New York Giants football helmet. I look at his intensity and I realize that that's New York Giants pride. I look at Eli Manning and I realize that his greatness and what he did for this organization and what he did for us fans. And I thank him and I give him his shrine each and every day. And I'm thankful for Eli Manning. I hate the Dallas Cowboys, and that's on full display here in this cave. Some of the greatest games the Giants have ever played. 2001 NFC Championship game. 2007 NFC Championship game. 2000 NFC Championship game. Those are on full display. The Super Bowls, they're on full display. The memories, the hats, all of it's on full fucking display right behind me. Every single day. 365. 7 days a week. 24 hours. We don't just tape something on the fucking wall. We don't just put a couple little miniature helmets on a desk. We live and we breathe New York football. That's all we do. We live it. There's items back there that came right out of fucking MetLife. Right out of MetLife. The heart. A piece of the New York Giants' heart is right here. Right here. There are items back there that I literally bought from the shop. Things that were given to me. Eli Manning's last game that he played against the last game that he started is back there. Memorabilia, hats, all sorts of stuff. That's not what makes you a fan. But the fact is, when you go and you look at all these new YouTubers and all these people, I want you to ask this simple question each and every time when you watch their fucking bullshit content. What are your intentions? What are your intentions? Are your intentions on here to love the New York Football Giants, to support them at all times? You don't have to put in 15 years like Pizzle, but are you here to be a 60-minute man when it comes to the New York Giants? When it rains, are you going to run for shelter, or are you going to stay in the fight? Are you going to display 60 fucking minutes? Or are you on here to profit and to gain because you realize that people are vulnerable? The world is a rough, mean place, people. And most of the time, people don't care about you. They don't. They say they do, but deep down inside, they could give two fucks about you. But one of my greatest mysteries in my life is being a Giants fan. It's a great mystery to me. It really is, because I've always been geographically so far away. But yet they've been right here the whole fucking time. They've given me a life of happiness and sadness. And in a lot of ways, I'm a slave, which is a dirty word, I understand, in today's society. I am a slave to them because when I see things like Kenny Golladay has just been signed by the New York Giants, whatever bad feelings I'm having in life, they're instantly wiped away because I realize the New York Giants just got better. When they do poorly, I'm sad. When they do great, I'm happy. But the fact is, they are a huge part in my life. They're not everything, but they're a huge part. I truly love the New York Giants. And in my opinion, if you give people $1 on this site, or you support somebody, you subscribe to somebody and you're unsure, ask yourself, do they really love the New York Football Giants? Or are they only trying to push an agenda so they can say they're right, so it makes them look better, so it makes them give you the super chat or the other, whatever the garbage is? Go out and get your money any way you want to in life. Don't care. I mean, do whatever you got to do. Feed your family. But if you pimp out Big Blue and you're not true, then you got a problem with Pizzle. And I hope you got a problem with a lot of you out there. I hope a lot of you have a problem with that. And I hope a lot of you recognize what's about to happen, because the Philadelphia Eagle fan base is a great example as to what can happen. Go look at their YouTube content creators. Go look at it. They win a Super Bowl, and that's what happens. I want the New York Giant fan base and all the content creators to be the best of the best, because that's what it calls for. That's what they deserve. So give it to them. Hold people to a standard, because it's important. Ask yourself, are they going to put in 15 years of New York Giants content? Do they love them like that?